So good morning students. Today we are going to start the online classes for class 6. Okay. So this is for class 6 English 2 chapter number 3 Isaac Newton. This is the part 2 of the chapter. Part 1 I have done on the introduction part of this chapter. Okay. So on the introduction day, that was this board only, and this board would be coming in front of you again. In this chapter we are going to study about the life of Sir Isaac Newton. Okay, so Isaac Newton, as you know, was and is one of the greatest scientists in the science and mathematics field. So we are going to study about him only in this chapter. So let us take out the books for chapter 3 English 2. Okay, I think this is page number 21. Okay, so we are going to start from there, and from the first line of the chapter I am going to start. What we know is a drop, what we don't know is an ocean. Sir Isaac Newton. Isaac Newton has said this line or written this line on his personal note or diary somewhere. What we know is a drop means whatever we know is almost like a drop. What we don't know is an ocean, and what we don't know, whatever knowledge we have not got till yet, it is like an ocean. Whatever knowledge we have, it is like a drop of water. Okay, means very little we know, and lots of things are there to know in the world or to learn in the world. Okay, so like this it can run. So starting from the first paragraph of this chapter, when Isaac Newton was born, I have told in the introduction part also all the personal details of Sir Isaac Newton I have given over here, and what he dealt with and what he did. It was all discussed almost in shorter format in the previous part, and we are going to study all these things once again, but in an elaborated manner in this autobiography. Okay, so let us study from the first paragraph. When Isaac Newton was born, he was such a tiny, delicate baby that no one expected him to survive for long. According to Newton's mother, as we know, Hannah Aspher. According to Newton's mother, that when he was born, he was such a delicate and tiny, small baby that no one expected that he would be living very long period of time. Okay, according to Newton's mother. He was so small that he could easily fit inside a small jug. And according to Newton's mother, what she said in an interview somewhere for some newspaper or article, she said that when he took birth, he was so small in size that he could fit inside a jug. Okay, the jug means jug of water means jug. I would be showing you in the picture. Yet he grew up to become one of the greatest and most influential scientists that has ever lived. Isaac Newton discovered the laws of gravity and motion, which explains why we don't fall off the earth into the space and how things move. He made many interesting discoveries and inventions that have greatly increased our understanding of the world. Okay, so still, while he took birth in a very critical condition, he was very small in size, very delicate, but he still grew up like an older man, and he discovered many good things in the scientific field of work. What good things he had discovered in the scientific field of work? Gravity and motion he has discovered. The gravitational force and motion, laws of motion he has discovered, and many more other things which were very much interesting to the field of science and mathematics, not only to the field of science and mathematics, to the other fields of people also. It was interesting, and it was very much influential. Influential means which made the mankind to change from one thing to another. Okay. Okay, so moving on to the next paragraph. Newton was brought up by his grandparents. Newton was brought up means when he was a child, he was staying with his grandparents, and grandparents brought him up till his younger childhood period or adolescence period. Okay, till then he was with his grandparents. Newton was brought up by his grandparents on an English farm. English farm. He took birth in England. We have discussed this before in this chapter part 1, that he took birth in England. So he was a farm. He used to live in a farm family. His family was not very rich. They were having only farms. Farms means fields, like farmers. Okay, so he used to live with his grandparents in an English farm. When Newton was 12 years old, when Newton became 12 years old, means at the age of 12, he went to a reputed school for boys. He went to a very good school which was meant for boys, and he went there to study, called the King's School, and it was called the King's School. The name of the school was the King's School. We have discussed also. Newton wasn't much interested in studies. Newton was not very much great in studies, and he was not so much interested in studies too. He was mainly taught literature, but he was more interested in machines. He was mostly taught literature or theory subjects in the school, but he was much more interested in machines, mechanical things. Okay, his teachers found him to be idle and inattentive. In the school, when the teachers used to teach him literature or theory lessons, he used to think about machines. He was not paying attention in the class. So the teachers used to think, like we all used to think about you all, that you all are idle and you are inattentive in the class. Means that he was an idle person, doing nothing. Idle means a person without any work, and inattentive. Inattentive means not paying attention to anything. Now moving on to the third paragraph. Due to his bad performance, he was often bullied by his classmates. Newton decided to prove them wrong. So he spent all his time studying. The next time the results came out, Newton stood first in the class. Because he was not paying attention in the class and he was very much idle in the school, he was not studying properly. So due to that, his performance was very bad. Due to his bad performance, what happened? He was often bullied by his classmates. The classmates used to bully him. Hey, you don't know how to study, you don't pay attention in the class, like this. Sometimes it happens to you also, many of you, if you don't study properly. Okay, Newton decided to prove them wrong. Newton decided to prove his classmates wrong, that no, I am not a person who doesn't want to study. It is the problem that he does not like to study. Okay, he cannot study, it was not the problem. He doesn't like to study theory or literature. Okay, he was interested more in machines, that is why. So he decided to prove them wrong. So he spent all his time studying. In the next year, what he did, he spended all his time for studying. The next time the results came out, Newton stood first in the class. And next time when he gave the exams, what happened? Newton stood first in the class because he studied a lot in that year. Okay. Now moving on to the next paragraph, that is paragraph number 4. During his school years, he was living in the home of a chemist. When he was studying in the school, he was far away from his house, so he has to live somewhere, either in the hostel or somewhere else. So he was living in a paying guest system. Paying guest system is a rental system, where you pay rent and you can stay over there. So he used to live at a home, somebody's home, and that home was of a chemist. Chemist means a person who deals in chemicals. Okay, generally you can say as medical shops also. Okay, but that time chemists were something different. They were little bit a small scientist also. They used to deal with chemicals generally. Okay, Newton's room was full of tools he had bought with his pocket money. And where he used to live, the room in which he used to live, in that room, the room was full of tools. Tools means simple machines like screwdriver, wrench holders, pencurses, and pilaces, all those things. Full of those things means tools. The tools which are used for building or breaking the machines out. Okay, and he has bought those tools from his pocket money, whatever he used to get from his mother or his grandparents. From that pocket money, he used to buy some tools. He started building small mechanical devices. From those tools, he used to build up small mechanical devices, means devices which are working on machines. Okay, those are named as mechanical devices, including a windmill run by a mouse. So interesting it is. He used to build a windmill. Windmill, you have heard, a mill which generates electricity by the help of a fan, and that fan moves on the help of wind. Okay, that is known as windmill. He used to build a windmill and it was run by a mouse. When the mouse used to run inside the ball, the windmill used to turn. Okay, so like something like this kind of things he used to make. He started building small mechanical devices, including a windmill run by a mouse, floating lanterns and sundials. He used to build some floating lanterns. Lanterns means candles in such a way, in a certain manner, that candles which can float on water. Okay, floatable candles he used to make. Okay, and sundials. Sundials means a dial. Dial means, you can understand, dial means a certain type of clock which tells you time. So sundial. Sundial means a clock which tells you time according to the sunlight. Okay, if you place it in the sunlight, it will tell you the time. The shadow of the dial, whichever portion it is getting, the time would be that. Okay, something like that. I would be showing a picture of sundial also. Okay, so he used to make certain things out of his tools in his own room. Newton invented a complex system of sundials while he was still at school. He had invented many complex system of sundials which used to say or tell accurate time. And he was still at school, sir. He was at 12 years of age and he was still at school in that time. Moving on to the next paragraph. When he turned 17, Newton was taken out of the school so that he could help manage the farms. When he grew 17 years old, means he was at the age of 17, and at that time he was taken out of the school. Why he was taken out? Because at that time, what happened? That his family was not very rich family and not even very poor family, but a medium class farmer family it was. So they took out him from the school, his grandparents and parents, and put him in the farm so that he could help in the farming work. Okay, and help and manage the family also by working in the farms. However, Newton absolutely disliked farming. He did not like farming, to do farming of wherever it is, whether it is his own fields or somebody else's field. He did not want to become a farmer. So with the help of his grandfather and his teachers, he went back to school. And when he was working in the farms, he was not liking to work in the farms. So what he did, that he took the help from his grandfather and his teachers, and he went back again to his school. Somehow, he went back to the school. And graduated as a top student. And as you know, Newton was a great man. He went to school once again and he topped the school once again. Graduated from there only and he topped the school over there. Moving on to the next page, that is page number, I think so, it is 21. Previous page was 20. Okay, page number 20. So now we are moving on to the next page, 21, first paragraph. Isaac Newton was then admitted to Trinity College, Cambridge University. So we would be starting from the first paragraph. Isaac Newton was then admitted to the Trinity College, Cambridge University to study law. After he graduated from his school, coming back to the school, and he topped at the graduation, he topped the school over there. He took admission in the Trinity College, Cambridge University, a big university, and it is still there and we know its name. So he took admissions over there in the Trinity College of Cambridge University. And what he studied over there? He studied law. Law means law, the constitution. Okay. In order to meet his expenses at the university, Newton used to work for the wealthier students, cleaning their rooms and doing minor course. Okay. So studying in university was not so easy. He was not very rich person, so he was lacking funds in the form of money. He had not enough money. So what he used to do, he used to study over there, but he used to earn some money also at one side. And how he used to earn some money for his studies and all? He used to work for the wealthier students in the hostel or somewhere. Okay, wealthier students means the students which belong to wealthy family, rich family. He used to work for them. What he used to do for them? He used to clean their rooms and do some minor course also. Okay, any small duty or task he used to do, and he used to take money for that. He used to get paid for those type of work. Maybe to do some homework for them, or to write something for them, clean their rooms, or something like that. He used to do for the other wealthier students. He used to earn money from that, which helped him in his studies. Newton didn't find his course lectures interesting, as he thought that the lectures were based on old ideas that were not scientifically true. He started devoting his free time to studying mathematics and physics by himself. He was studying law over there. Okay. But whatever he used to study, he thought that those lectures or those studies were not so interesting. And why it was not so interesting for him? Because most of them were old theories, and which was not even scientifically proven that it is true or false. So without understanding the relevantness of that study, that whether it is true or false, he was not finding it interesting. So what he did, he started devoting his free time, whatever free time he used to get from studies, he started devoting his free time studying mathematics and physics, not law, mathematics and physics on his own. On his own, he started learning mathematics and physics. Okay. Gradually, Newton grew ambitious about making discoveries himself. Slowly, Newton became very much ambitious. That ambitious means to become certain crazy person to discover something. He had some craziness within himself or delight within himself that he wanted to discover on his own something new. He started observing the world around him. Means started looking into the world and the phenomenon and the things around the world. What is it? What is happening? Taking notes in his journal and thinking about questions that had not been yet answered by science. And he used to think about those things. He used to write all those things, all those natural phenomenon acts. And what he used to do? He used to write whether a bird is flying in the sky. So he used to write that bird flies in the sky. How it can fly and why not men can fly? Why not other animals can fly? He used to ask certain type of questions. Science is all about discovery. Scientific discovery is all about asking questions. If you don't ask questions, you cannot discover anything new. Okay? And questions should be new. From that only, the interest gets building up within a scientist to get answers for those things. That only happened to Newton over here. He used to take notes in his journal means diary, and think about the questions which had not been asked yet to the scientific field or answered by science. He was fascinated with the universe and wanted to discover the mysteries of life. He was very much fascinated about the universe, not only about the earth, it was also about the space or the moon or the sun, other planets, about the universe. And he also wanted to discover the secrets or the mysteries of life, the life which we are living, what kind of life it is. He was also searching for those type of question answers. Okay. Soon he got a scholarship for the further studies. Soon, because of his good studies, he got a scholarship. Scholarship means a funded education system that when you are a good student, the government helps you in studying for further more studies. Okay. So that is known as scholarship. So soon he also got a government scholarship that he would be studying furthermore by the help of the government funded money. Okay. He had only just begun when the university was closed down for 18 months due to the outbreak of the Great Plague in England. He just started in the university after he got the scholarship. He just started in the university to study. But what happened? That the university closed down after that. Because a great plague means like nowadays, we are also locked down in our houses and the schools and colleges are not running now also. That time also something, this thing only happened, a virus or a disease called plague outbursted in England, and that is why all the school colleges were closed for 18 months. Now we are through with I think 3 or 4 months, 2 or 3 months, but it was closed for 18 months, almost 1.5 years at that time. While Newton was at home, because the plague was running all over the country, he went back home because the college was also shut. While Newton was at home for a long break, he produced his most original work. He used a glass prism to split a beam of sunlight and proved that color is an essential property of light. When he was at home, what he did, he took a prism, I will be showing a picture of it. It is a glass triangle, and he projected a beam of light on it and dispersed the white light into 7 different colors of light. Okay, and he proved that the light is a combination of 7 different colors of light. Objects do not generate their own colors. He also discovered that objects like a pen, you can see the pen over here, but the pen is not emitting. One thing you should notice that what is visible and what is invisible. Okay, as we study science, something are visible and something are invisible. Like you can see the pen over here, but you cannot see the air in between the pen and you. Okay, so pen is visible, but the air is not visible. Okay, why you can see the pen and why you cannot see the air? This is the question, a scientific question. Here comes that only those objects you can see that reflects light from it or emit light from it itself. If they are emitting, means they are generating light of their own, like a electric bulb. You can see the electric bulb because it is generating light from there, or a sun or a star which is generating light of its own. Or you can see objects like this, which is reflecting the light of a light bulb to you or into our eyes. So he only discovered that most of the objects do not emit their own light. They do not have their own light, but what they do, they reflect back the light which they get from the outermost area or the place, whatever place it is. If it is in the dark room, you cannot see if the light bulbs are closed. But if there is a light bulb and light is produced, you can see other objects too, which are emitting or reflecting light from it. Okay. So Newton discovered this also. Objects do not generate their own colors, but seem to have different colors due to their interaction with light. Then he built the world's first reflecting telescope. After that, he built world's first reflecting telescope. Okay, telescope, a long beam of glass prisms is there, and you can see longer distance objects in that telescope. Like even you can see the stars, moon, sun, other planets in the universe. Such big telescopes we can make. So he was the first person to make a household first reflecting telescope, which produced images clearly than any other telescope at that time. And till that time, other telescopes were also discovered, but it used to project or create very much clear image than any other telescope at that time, prevailing at that time. Okay, he also formulated his famous laws of motion. He also formulated the laws of motion while he was quarantined at home, or he was at home for 18 months when the college was shut down. So we would be studying till here only, that is 1.5 page, till the half page of 21, and 21 half page and 22 in the next video we will study. So this was the story about Newton, what he did from his childhood, how he studied, where, in which colleges, which schools he studied, how he did not like studies. Again, he was. So that is all for now. We would be going on to finish the chapter on the next video. Okay. So that is all for now. Read the text furthermore and come back in the next video. Thank you.